Hello. I don't know why it looks so weird. My position. But I hope all is well, everyone. Happy 4th of July to those that celebrate. Um, just gonna fix this right here. I'm a little OCD, so forgive me. My name is Kira. I am one of the co-founders of the White Collar app. And we're here to tell you a little bit about White Collar. And then I'm going to share a little bit about our affiliate program. Okay. So White Collar is an app. We founded it in late 2024, really 2025, early 2025 is when we became live on Google Play Store and Apple App Store. And we're an online skills building platform for adult learners to connect with industry experts to receive business and or career guidance. Okay. So we not just match make you or connect you to skills builders, as we like to call them, fondly call them, or mentors. But we are also an application where the mentorship can occur virtually. So you can direct message your mentor, you can schedule video calls with them, so you don't ever have to leave the application. You don't ever have to go on a Zoom. You don't have to send text messages, emails, or anything like that. Everything can be done within the application. So it can be like a one-stop shop for the service of mentorship or learning. Or it's like we like to call it, because we mentorship is so broad. And so we like to really get very granular with what we do. And really what we offer is skills building, because people can come on our platform and learn a skill set and then maybe learn how to monetize it if that's what they want to do, because success is defined by the individual. So some people may just want to learn how to garden. They don't necessarily want to learn how to make money with the produce that they produce from the garden, um, but they just want to learn a skill set. And if they decide later on that it's something they want to monetize, they can. So it could be something as simple and small as that they can use White Collar for. So since we have already explained kind of what White Collar does and how we can, help individuals, um, attain and monetize a skill set. Um, we're going to get into our um, affiliate program. This is the purpose of us meeting with you guys today, is to, I always say us because I am one of the co-founders of White Collar. So I am not the only, I'm one half of White Collar. And so, but I always say we because I'm here representing both of us. So White Collar on has two digital doorways. One is for people look for mentees, and one's for mentors. Um, and you know, being that we're still babies, like really toddlers, and still kind of you know getting some legs in this business, um, it's and we're still fairly new. We are really looking for people that believe in our mission, um, to join our team and spread the word about White Collar and what White Collar has to offer. And so we created an affiliate program. This is our first stint in doing an affiliate program. We have been meeting weekly every Tuesday with people that are interested in being affiliates. And what an affiliate is, because I don't want to assume anything, that people know what affiliate is, because a lot of times it gets confused with the brand ambassador. So affiliates, they get kickbacks for referrals that they make to a particular company. So when they bring in customers, for each customer, they get a kickback. And so we are offering the opportunity to receive $25 for every referral that connects to a mentor. So if you bring in someone that is looking to learn or monetize a skill set, and they actually go on the app, they download the app, but they not just download, they onboard onto the app, and then they connect to a mentor, then you will get $25 for each time that happens. So our target audience is 18 to 24. That's our sweet spot. Just because of, you know, the place that those the stage of life that those people are in. Um, they would benefit the most from the guidance of a skills builder or a mentor. Not to say that people outside of that age range can still benefit from mentorship, but the transition age youth are at a critical place in their lives where this experience, this mentorship experience could really propel them forward and get them on the right track. So that is our target audience. So basically, college age, postgraduate types of individuals. And so, not to say we don't serve other age ranges, but just that's what our target is. And but so when an affiliate that works with us has to kind of keep that in mind. Um, so I'll go into more about what we are looking for in terms of an affiliate. So let me just pull up my notes. Um, so what we're looking for is self-starters, like people who are driven, highly motivated individuals, not people that need a lot of hand holding and direction or motivation or need someone to always keep them accountable. Okay. People that kind of have already an entrepreneurial mindset and go out and get it. They get it done. They hustle. They know how to hustle. Okay. So those types of people we're looking for because we know that those people will be most successful when it comes to this endeavor. Also, we're looking for people that are familiar with the white collar brand. If a lot of times when people describe white collar or to introduce us to people and they're describing white collar, they're very way off base. Not way, way off base, but you can kind of tell that they really don't quite understand the brand. And it's not just about understanding the app, but understanding the brand, what we're about. There's lots of information about us online. We're on several social media platforms, this being one of them. We're on Blue Sky. We're not on any Meta, but we're on Blue Sky, and we're also on Substack. And then we also have a website, whitecollar.com. So we have a website as well. So, and then we have office hours every Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And so there's plenty of opportunities to really be able to understand the brand, not just the application, but the brand. And so we want people that are highly motivated about helping us build out this brand and are curious and seeking the knowledge they need to be able to represent the brand. We also are looking for people that have a main source of income, that this is not their bread and butter. Obviously, that should already be kind of known because you can't do but so much with $25 a referral. But we just want to make that clear. Like, we don't want people that are living hand to mouth, right? Like people that are already strung out financially using white collar as a way to, you know, not that white collar can't be used to supplement, but not using white collar as their lifeline. Like, we don't want people using white collar as their lifeline because, you know, the desperation that comes with that would not really represent our brand. Those types of situations, or would not, those types of people dealing with the people dealing with those situations. Let me put it, preface this properly. The people dealing with those size situations might not be able to reflect our brand effectively, because of just uh, all that, all that stress that might be going on, that might not allow them, to show up in the manner that we would like our brand to be represented, right? And so, um, we just want people, you want we people that, are in a good place financially. They're just using this as pocket change for them, and can and just kind of just something to kind of, play money, right? Um, so that's what we're looking for. We want people to understand this is just, play money. This is not money that is going to make should not be money that's going to make or break you. We don't want to be that for people. Things to consider before you commit, because it's also important when you are an affiliate. It's not a job per se, but it is a responsibility, obligation. We are counting on our affiliates to bring people in. We're going to do the work as well in doing that, but we're depending on these people to do what they say they're going to do. And so when it comes to being an affiliate, we do want you to be on the app. Like, it's important for us for you to be on the application. Do you have the app? How could you really represent and understand a brand and the product that you are pitching if you don't have the application? So, do you have the mobile app? That is a requirement that you have the mobile app, you're onboarded on it. So, in the event that any of the referrals that you bring on have a question about the app or having an issue, a technical issue, you can kind of walk them through them. So obviously, like, you're not tech support, but if there's something they don't understand or they have a question about the application, and you know maybe it's user error, right? You can kind of help them, walk them through that. You can maybe even walk them through the onboarding process with them, and be that liaison for them. Do you have the time? That's something to consider. Like, do you have the time? Is your time very, very limited? Are you running from pillar to post? Are you, um, this kind of goes back to are you in a time desert? Just like how we were talking about, are you in a financial desert? This is probably not the opportunity for you. Are you in a time desert where time is elusive to you and you just don't have a lot of time? We want people that have the time and the energy to really dedicate to this project, because we see you as equitable partners. And so if you're like, this is just ends up being one more thing you have to do, you're probably again not going to show up in a way that's going to make people want to come on the app because you're so stressed out and burnt out. And that exudes in how you present, um, to them, when you're talking about the application. So, we want people that, do this, have the time, they have free time, they have the luxury of free time, because we realize that's a luxury, and, can bring up at white collar. White collar should be something brought up in casual conversations. It's not that we expect you to be out there, hit the ground running, and be like a street team for us. This is a conversation that you can have with a family member or friend who would benefit from something like white collar, in terms of having, maybe they're looking, whether it's looking for a hobby, a trade, they're looking to start a business, grow a business, whatever place they are in their life. You hear that in the casual conversation, and you just inject and insert white collar into that conversation as a resource. Um, are you willing to remain updated on what you're doing or what we're doing with our app, so that you can share those updates with with potential users, in order to attract them to the application? If you're not in the know with what white collar is offering in terms of, you know, We don't have updates that often, but when we do have updates, and new features and things, are you even aware? Are you always behind the curve? There should be a level of curiosity that you have with white collar where you're actively seeking to find out more information so that you can market us and represent what we do appropriately and effectively. So, yes, this is not a job per se, but it should be something that you're invested in. If you're not invested in really keeping in the know about white collar, um, then this is probably not something you should take on being a brand affiliate. You should be excited about what white collar does, what we offer, and you should be curious about what new is happening with white collar. And again, we have office hours where you can join our office hours to find out that information. But we don't want to like see you once and then never see you again and done then you're not keeping in touch. Our brand affiliates are like our friends, are part of our circle, our inner circle. Um, we want to feel the spirit of collaboration. Things to do as an affiliate. We're almost at the end. Nope, don't worry. Things to do as affiliate. Okay, we're halfway through. Share with your family and friends first. So share with your inner circle. Um, don't discount your inner circle, right? Like, um, your friends and family are your tribe. They're going to listen to you over anybody else. If you refer something, that will pique their interest versus you trying to pitch to a stranger who doesn't know you. How do they know they can trust what you're saying? So start with your friends and family first. If you have a family member or a friend that's kind of struggling right now, maybe they're um, disgruntled or dissatisfied with their career and they've been sharing that dissatisfaction with you, um, use this as an opportunity to talk about white collar and inject that in the conversation as a resource, or if you know someone that just graduated and is kind of needs some guidance. I have people in my family like that, young people who are just out there and they're lost. They don't really have a career track or any idea of what they want to do. Use white collar as a way, as an avenue that they can embark on. So those are the things we suggest you try. Provide examples of how the brand can help them. We have vignettes that we have on our website. But just like I gave you guys an example of someone who want to get into gardening, maybe they don't have anybody that's in their family that has a green thumb. They don't want to go online and search through the multitude of information that's on there to try to figure out what is correct and what's not. They just want to start gardening. They have a passion for that and they've tried in the past. Maybe they weren't successful and they want to retry, but they want some guidance. White collar can help with that. We're not all about business and career. We're also about connecting people to their passion and their purpose. So if you need vignettes, let us know. You can email us at info@whitecollar.com. We also, again, have a website, and then we also have office hours every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Follow up with interest. So once you share us with some family or friends that would benefit from this, that are, maybe in our target market, or our mission and our purpose aligns with what they're trying to do, in terms of what they're trying to do with their lives. Um, Follow up with them after you share with them, hey, you should really get with white collar and download the app here, and you walk them through the onboarding process and they've onboarded, right? Follow up with them, every other week or so to see if they were able to connect with a mentor. If they didn't, encourage them to connect. If they're like, oh, there's no mentors that's showing up on my homepage as someone that can help me in that industry, then come back to us and let us know that. And so we can source mentors in that industry. We have 40 industries that we offer connection in. But say they're in an industry that we don't currently have a mentor available in on our mentor marketplace, that is good intel to give us, to let us know, so that we can go and seek out those people so that they can get connected. So I forgot what the phrase or the saying is, but the follow up is important. And now don't follow up too much with the family and friends to the point they feel like, you're overreaching or you're being too pushy, right? The fortune is in the follow up. That's what I was trying to remember. So yeah, you don't want them to feel like you're, being too pushy, or because this is a sensitive thing, like people's career, people's businesses, the track that people want to move in their life as it relates to their purpose or their vision. It can be very sensitive thing. And if there's something holding them back, then let them work that out amongst themselves. But if they generally just forgot, but they're very interested, just follow up with them to ensure that they connect with a mentor. Also, if you wanted to, keep track of all the referrals you send our way, like keep a little spreadsheet or some sort of Word document, something where you keep track of all the referrals, so that you have your own way of, you know, recording who you send to us, and making sure that that aligns or matches with what we have. And so, I always implore people to keep your own records of who you send. Um, Keep your own records in general, but keep your own records of who you send to us. Because there may be some opportunities down the line based on people that are really like, you know, working really hard as a brand affiliate and sending a lot of people our way. Maybe there might be some um, brand paraphernalia we might send to you if you hit a certain number, where you can represent us with the gear you have on and things of that matter. I mean, we're just coming up with some ideas, but if you're really, you know, um, hitting it out the park with all the referrals you send, there may be some more opportunities that can come your way once you hit a certain mark. So keep track of your referrals would be smart. Things not to do as affiliate. We don't want you telling people that you're making money as a result of you send them over to us. I just think that's in poor taste. People are less likely to trust you if they know that you're get profiting from it. So we don't advise you telling people that the people that you're are trying to refer to us that you make money as an affiliate, unless you see them as being potential affiliates. So there is that exception. If you think the people you're referring to us could also be great affiliates, you can let them know about our affiliate program. But I would do it after they have actually onboarded and they're connected to a mentor. And if they're having a great experience with White Collar, then you could also mention the affiliate program, which would offset the money they paid to the mentor every month. They would get that cash back for the referrals they make, and that would offset the money they paid to us. Well, they paid to the mentor for the mentorship. So, also, as I said before, don't follow up too much. Don't act salesy. People buy into referral sources. People buy into people they know and trust, and so you don't want to seem like too much of a sales representative. You want to just be like a regular, like you are, a regular person who loves the brand and what we're doing, and um, that will resound way more than you trying to sell. Again, that's why we don't want people that um oh, okay, the other co-founder is coming in. Let's go. Let me you want to say something? So I was just telling them about the brand affiliate program. And so introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, good morning, depending on what part of the country you're in. Happy 4th. Hope everyone is staying cool.
So I just went over the last part, things not to do as an affiliate.
Oh, you can keep going.
I just finished up, like, not following up too much, not
Yeah,
acting salesy, making it feel like they have to join the app. That will deter them from actually wanting to,
correct.
that being pushy can really turn people off. So just talking to them like you would about any other things you make recommendations or referrals for, making it seem very low pressure and natural, being very natural about it. But I
Right.
want you to share a little bit. I'm gonna let you talk a little bit, and if you want to go over any of these things, you can.
No, I'm sure you went over that. But I do want to say, we're a startup company, so we need all the help we can get. Well, we don't have big money yet, so the I think she explained the referral process, uh, the affiliate program. So if you refer someone, it's not life-changing money. It's gas money, lunch money, but every little bit helps, right? And we know that word of mouth is the best marketing, best advertisement. People tend to believe people that they know and trust. So we can use and all the help that we can get. We started this platform because we wanted to, offer a avenue for people to, reach their goals. So basically I'm tired of people that look like me being at the bottom of the totem pole. We have enough people that are successful that could, help those that's coming up behind them. And we're looking for those people that's, within the community that's reached, some success and have the right mindset, the right heart that wants to give back to people coming up behind them. And so we are the platform for that. But we're only a platform. Our platform is only as powerful and impactful as those that are on the app itself. So we need more users. We have some users, so we want to add to that. July 4th is, halfway through the year, so we want to really finish up the year strong, the second half of the year. So we're going to push this affiliate program. Um, Kara explained to you how it works.
Yeah.
So we're hoping you and anyone that would join the app. I think our app is, beneficial for everyone. If you want to give back and, make us some side hustle, some side money, you could be a mentor or how we
Or a
like to
brand
call,
affiliate.
yeah, but we like to call them skills builders. So and if you want to, learn a new skill set, then you
Hmm.
can join the app and learn a new skill set we got about 30 or so, 40
Hmm.
skill builders on the app at the moment. So
Yeah.
come see what industries are on the app that you can learn
And
how to.
40 industries.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so we're on Google Play Store, we're on Apple App Store. However, this is about for people who may not see um, a need for being on the not being on the app and may not see a need for mentorship, getting mentorship for themselves or being a mentor, but just want to represent and help us grow, represent White Collar, help us grow, um, and serve and get the word out, so that we can, you know help more people.
Mhm.
So anyway, that is that. We'll let you enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. And just so you know, we are running a cohort of just 5 brand affiliates so that we can really be available and accessible to a small group of people who might need us and need our support. And so that's why we don't want to have a large group. And so the current cohort is scheduled to start July 7th. And so if you have an interest in being a brand affiliate, you need to let us know by July 6th. And you do need to be present for our office hours on July 7th at 1 p.m. That's on a Tuesday, Eastern Standard Time. Um, and so let us know in the comment section. You can also reach out to us by email. I'll write that here. You reach out to us by email at info@whitecollar.com. So keep that in mind. But yes, July 7th. That's if we have enough people. Right now, we have some people that are interested, about 5 people that are interested, but 1 confirmed. So if you have, you and a friend can get in on this as well. So if you have an interest, um, invite friends, family that are, interested as well. But 5 people, that's all the spots. Well, really 4, all the spots that we have, and we do have some maybes. So anyway, all right. Well, that's that. Enjoy your holiday weekend and
Stay
stay
cool.
cool
Yeah,
and
stay
safe.
cool.
Bye bye. All right, there you go.